How's everybody doing? This is Musa Abdullah coming back with you live, doing another episode of Real Life Critics. Now, as you know, my focus has been text. Also, give you a little shout. I'll let you know that pretty soon I'll be expanding the show, expanding the critiques. We're going to be talking about more than just the educational items, but I will be introducing a co-host along on this presentation. So I hope it all goes well. I look forward to it. He's a great guy. Similar ideologies, but not enough so that we're just saying the same things over and over again. Now I'm gonna get straight to it. Only got a couple things to review. Oh, also want to let you know I'm at the home front today because my son turned 4, and we had a little birthday celebration at his African daycare cooperative, Little Maroons in Brooklyn, New York. It's a wonderful, awesome time seeing the young Melanoid brothers and sisters help him celebrate his time. Now, with that being said, let me get on into these books because I got some good stuff today. Not a lot of agenda stuff, but I think, just some stuff. I always talk about things you shouldn't buy because of a negative agenda, but I think today is something we should buy. First and foremost, we're looking at Please, Baby, Please. Now, this was an excellent book brought to my son by, it's written by Spike Lee and Tanya Lewis Lee. That's actually his wife. They have a series of Please books. Yeah, Please, Baby, Please, Please, Puppy, Please. All these nice texts, man. The graphics, the illustrations are awesome. Um, it really speaks to us as parents talking to our children. Now, this is something I would recommend you get for your young child. Little bedtime book. They have all different shades of our Melanoid family. Excellent stuff, man. I just want you to check it out. Please, Baby, Please. Excellent book. My next text, I love it. It's called Happy to Be Nappy. Bell Hooks and Chris Rushka. Now, this book is talking about, of course, you can only imagine, the hair and how we should really get into the focus of teaching our children to love themselves the way they were born and created, with our kinky curly hair, our dark skin, our wide noses, and our thick lips, to be truly happy to be African and African descendant. Oftentimes, much media is teaching us to hate ourselves, but not these books. Now, this book is actually a great book, but it's rather lengthy, it's rather wordy, and it does speak for the fathers. It helps to reinstill the importance of fatherhood, which we know nowadays is not exactly loved and cherished in our communities because of media and because of the mass incarceration prisoner pipeline system. But it's a really good text, but I will admit it is awfully wordy, which is not very typical of a children's book. But I will say go for it just to have in your repertoire to support a black writer. It's called My Daddy Taught Me to Read by Mary J. Grant. Now, the last book is a friggin' is crazy, but I love this book and you gotta check it out, man. I was telling somebody at work about it at the plantation. It's called Cows with Guns. Now, when I first saw it, I said this is gonna be friggin' hilarious. It's written by Dana Lyons and illustrated by Jeff Sinclair, and it really speaks about eating beef, and it talks about how a cow learned to fight for himself and his people. Now, if you know anything about philosophy and Mao Zedong, well, this guy is named Cao Zedong. And this is the major thing. We will fight for bovine freedom and hold our large heads high. We will run free with the buffalo or die. And I think that it speaks volumes because it actually speaks to the black plight. Fat and docile, big and dumb. They look so stupid they aren't much fun. Cows aren't fun. They eat to grow and grow to die. Die to be ate at the hamburger fry. Cows well done. I'm going to fast forward because this thing is awesome. Talks about how he became a freedom fighter and he actually started trying to get the other cows on his team and they just weren't trying to fill him. But They locked him up, but he wasn't buying it. Look at this shit. He was not buying it. I mean, you got to see it. No one suspected he was packing an Uzi. I mean, you can't get no better than that. And it speaks to self-sufficiency, self-protection, which us in the black community, we ain't doing too well, man. We just dying in the streets. But also, what really blew my mind is that he not only did he protect himself and try to get his own people, he actually implored the help of the chickens. So, he actually got chickens to help him. Also, this reference to Bush, which I thought was interesting. The president said enough is enough. These uppity cattle, it's time to get tough. That might have been Bill Clinton. It's all the same person to me. But he got the chickens in on the hookup, and they got guns, So, let me say this. This is not your traditional text, but I will tell you this. It's something that we need to introduce the idea of to our children, which is to be self-sustaining, self-protecting, and motivated to also be one in our communities. I hope you enjoyed this very brief segment of Real Life Critics. I had to cut it short because the fam will be coming home in a minute. That's very disruptive. You don't know how my family gets down. But thank you so very much, and I appreciate you all. Please remember, for all the young brothers out there, older brothers who are co-parenting, single males, you have the website to check out, babydaddyjournals.com. Follow me on Twitter at Real Life Critics. Tweet me or email me, reallifecritics@gmail.com. I look forward to any information, any thoughts, any topics you think you'd like me to cover. I look forward to it. I'm an open book at this point. Thank you so very, very much. Peace and power.